Hello there. This is All This Science, a science podcast that describes an interesting aspect of science in 5 minutes or less. My name is Geoff, and I am the guest podcaster for this episode on black holes. I'm here to tell you about the birth, history, life, and the eventual end of the well-known astronomical anomalies known as black holes. At one point or another, you've probably learned at black holes to some extent. Maybe you know, generally speaking, what a black hole is and where it comes from, but there's a lot more to learn when it comes to these astronomical entities. Let's start off with what we know. A black hole is the term for a sphere of mass so tightly packed that all matter and energy is sucked into its gravitational pull and is engulfed. When a star dies and its mass is great enough, it creates a supernova upon its death. Following this, the dying star collapses in on itself and creates a black hole. Because a black hole originates from such a large body of mass, its pull is so strong that it rips all matter atom by atom, in a process known as spaghettification, until it grows to an extraordinary size. Every atom that black holes absorb are added to their total mass, and if they grow enough, they may potentially consume stars or combine with other black holes. The concept of black holes were originally theorized by Albert Einstein in his theory of relativity. He proposed that an object so dense that it could consume other forms of matter could theoretically exist, but it wasn't until 1971 when they were first observed by John Wheeler. Black holes cannot really be seen, since all matter, including light, is absorbed by them, but how they can respond to matter around them can be viewed. At this point, you may be thinking, wouldn't that mean that the entire universe would eventually be consumed by infinitely increasing black holes formed from dying stars until there is nothing left but one insurmountable singularity, a pure compacted mass? At first, it may seem like an inevitable reality, but luckily for the human race and any other life forms that may be living in the known universe, it's extremely improbable due to a discovery known as Hawking radiation. In every conceivable place in the universe, unimaginably tiny particles are spontaneously created. With each particle that is conceived, an equal amount of antimatter, or an antiparticle, is spontaneously created as well. In most instances, these two entities cancel each other out almost immediately after they pop into existence. However, when it comes to the spontaneous creation of a particle and an antiparticle near a black hole, the antiparticle is drawn to the black hole, and the lone particle is released as an energy known as Hawking radiation, since it has nothing to cancel it out. Over time, as more particles and antiparticles are spontaneously created near the black hole, and as Hawking radiation is continuously released, the black hole begins to shrink in size and loses mass until it evaporates completely. However, even assuming that a black hole doesn't engulf any more mass during its decay, it doesn't just vanish overnight. According to Paul Sutter, an astrophysicist and chief scientist at the COSI Science Center, a black hole with the mass of our Sun would take around 13.8 trillion times the current age of the universe, or around 10 to the 67 years, to completely dissipate. Let's just say you might want to set an egg timer. Let's get back to our original question though. Would the universe as we know it be consumed by black holes? Well, while an extraordinarily large black hole may be able to consume a galaxy, it would most likely shrink down to a size of an eternity to a point where it wouldn't be able to consume any other astronomical bodies further away. Well, that about wraps up this podcast. Thanks for listening, and make sure to check out some of the other podcasts or contact us at allthisscience@gmail.com.